Hello students, my name is Dishu Sabharwal, your English teacher. Today in this video we will be learning part 2 of your chapter The Sound of Music from your book Beehive. The Sound of Music part 2 is the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. This lesson is about Ustad Bismillah Khan. He was a renowned Shehnai player in India. He is a legend because he did something which has historical significance. He was awarded India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padam Bhushan and Padam Shri Award. Bismillah Khan is one of the most eminent musicians of India who not only inherited and propagated the rich culture heritage of Indian music but also enhanced by creating new ragas. Born and brought up in a family of musicians, he inherited a lot from his paternal and maternal families. So let's start with part 2, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan from your NCERT book, paragraph 1. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Pungi was a musical instrument, the predecessor of Shehnai. When the Mughals ruled India before the Britishers came, there was a Mughal ruler named Aurangzeb. He did not allow the pungi to be played in his royal residence because he felt that it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. There was a barber who belonged to a family of professional musicians and he wanted to play the pungi, but he knew that the sound produced by pungi was unpleasant. So that barber decided to improve the sound. He took a pipe and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. Then he blew air into the pipe and closed and opened different holes. Soft and melodious sound was produced. He played the instrument before the royalty. Everyone was impressed. The royal court thought that this instrument was different from pungi, so it should have different name also. As the nai, that is the Indian term used for a barber, had played it for the first time in the royal residence of Shah, so this instrument was named as Shehnai. The sound which was produced by Shehnai was considered to be a good omen and auspicious. As it was considered as auspicious, it is played on good occasions. You can hear Shehnai being played at many temples and at weddings. Now look at birth and childhood of Bismillah Khan. Bismillah Khan was born on March 21, 1916 in a family of musicians in Bihar. He would go to nearby Bihariji temple. Although he was a Muslim, he would go to temple and sing. When he would finish reciting the song, he would get a laddu as reward of 1.25 kg. His ancestors were Rasul Bugs Khan, his grandfather, and Pegambar Bugs, his father, who were great Shehnai players. He started learning music at an early age. When he was just 3 years old, his mother took him to his parents' house, to his maternal uncle. And when Bismillah Khan saw his maternal uncle play the Shehnai, he was attracted towards it. He also wanted to learn playing it. He started going with his uncle Ali Bugs to the Vishnu temple in Varanasi. Ali Bugs was on a duty to play the Shehnai at Vishnu temple of Varanasi. When Bismillah Khan saw his uncle Ali Bugs play the Shehnai, he would get attracted and he would sit there for hours listening to him play the Shehnai. Gradually started playing the Shehnai and he would practice throughout the day. He never got tired. He was so captivated by the Shehnai. For many years, Ustad Bismillah Khan remained in Benares. He would visit the temple of Balaji, the temple of Mangala, and would remain on the bank of river Ganga, where he would practice playing the Shehnai all by himself. Here we come to know about the talent of Bismillah Khan. He was so inspired and motivated by the river Ganga, it provoked him to improve his performance, and he also invented new ragas there. Ustad Bismillah Khan worked hard and invented different sounds with Shehnai. When he was 14 years, he accompanied his maternal uncle Ali Bakhsh to Allahabad Music Conference. Ustad Faiz Khan was impressed by his performance and said if he would work hard like that, he would make a name in the field of music. With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1988, he took a big break. When All India Radio started its radio station at Lucknow, Ustad Bismillah Khan started performing from there. Often his Shehnai performance would be on air. Ustad Bismillah Khan was the first Indian to greet the entire nation through his Shehnai. He played the Shehnai from Red Fort on the memorable day that was 15 August 1947 when India got independence. Bismillah Khan gave many performances in India and abroad. He played it from the Red Fort. After his performance, the Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister, gave his famous speech, Tryst with Destiny. Now, his memorable trip was that of Afghanistan, when the King of Afghanistan, King Zahir Khan, really liked Bismillah Khan's performance, and he gifted him many things which were made in Afghanistan, like Persian carpets, so that he would remember his first visit, that was to Afghanistan. He also played his role in Bollywood movies. There was a song in movie Goonj Uthi Shehnai named Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. It was composed by Ustad Bismillah Khan and became a chartbuster and broke all records. Although this song was a chartbuster, Bismillah Khan got a lot of success in this film, but he composed music only for 2 films. The name of the movies were Goonj Uthi Shehnai, made by Vijay Bhatt, and a Kannada movie made by Vikram Srinivas called Sanadhi Apana. Then he decided to leave the Bollywood because he did not like the artificial world of films and the glamour that there was in the film world. That was, he did not compose music for many movies. Bismillah Khan got a lot of recognition and was honored with awards. Bismillah Khan ji performed all over the world. He performed in United States of America at Lincoln Center Hall. He performed in Montreal, Australia, in the World Exposition. He performed at Cannes Art Festival. He also performed at Japan at Osaka Trade Fair. Ustad Bismillah Khan has been awarded with these national awards. When Ustad Bismillah Khan received India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, in year 2001, his eyes were shining. He was very happy because his hard work had been recognized and he gave an important message to the country. He told all the Indians to teach music to their children because music is the richest tradition of India. He said even the Western country want to learn music in India. Although Ustad Bismillah Khan had travelled all over the world, he was given so respect and recognition, he remained rooted to Varanasi, where he learned music, and Bihar, where he was born and brought up, were the 2 most wonderful towns of the world for him. He was so down to earth that although he had travelled all over the world, still he was attached to his birthplace. There was a student of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and he wanted that Ustad Bismillah Khan should set up a Shehnai school in USA. He promised that he would recreate the temple of Banaras in America for Ustad Bismillah Khan ji, as he would miss it. Now, Ustad Bismillah Khan was attached to river Ganga also, so he asked his student that would he transport the river Ganga also in America? So he wanted to say that he could not leave India. He was attached not only to the temples of Banaras but also to the holy river Ganga. Ustad Bismillah Khan said whenever he visited any foreign country, he longed to see India. He wanted to return to India. And then he says that when he was in India in Mumbai, he yearned to visit Banaras and river Ganga. When he was in Banaras, he missed his birthplace, Bihar, and Matha, where he sang Chaita and re-awarded with the laddu of 1.25 kg weight by Maharaja. Here the writer says Ustad Bismillah Khan was a perfect example of rich culture heritage of India. His work was beyond the religion barriers. Although he was a strict Muslim, he followed the Muslim laws, but every morning he would play Shehnai at Kashi Vishwanath temple, which was a Hindu temple. This shows that he did not have barriers of religion in his mind. He was a true Indian. He considered music as India's richest culture heritage. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21 August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. The entire country mourned the death of legendary musician. There was a holiday for one day and he was given a state funeral. So hope you liked the chapter and learned about Bismillah Khan, who made a valuable contribution to the world of music through Shehnai. For this, he was honored with India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, in 2001. So I would like you to read the chapter from your NCERT one more time and hope you understand about all the journey of Bismillah Khan and his all the career achievements. Thanks for watching.